Hey everybody and welcome. Today we're going to be talking about cubism. It's a style of art that was made most famous by Pablo Picasso. It's a very abstract style in which the basic idea is drawing the object from multiple angles all at the same time. Now when we look at abstraction, that can scare a lot of people. So hopefully today I've got some little tricks that you can do in order to build your confidence in drawing abstractly. So let's go ahead and give them a shot. I'm going to be working with pastels on this project. I want to make nice bold lines and not try and regret anything. If I make a mistake, I'm just going to roll with it. So I don't want to even give myself really an opportunity to be erasing or changing anything. So the first trick that we're going to use is going to be drawing one object, drawing half of it like twice as big as the other half. So I'm going to start with the glass piece that's kind of behind some of the other things, and I'm going to draw half of it. Quick, bold lines. And now I'm going to draw the other half, starting in the same spot like where it should be, just much smaller. I can do a little bit of shading, give it a little extra life. Now for the second little trick, I'm going to draw the object. I'm going to get about halfway through, and then I'm going to move the object and try to start right where I left off and draw it, continuing from that same angle. So I'm going to be working on this little white cup that's in front of this. If lines end up overlapping, not going to worry about that at all. That'll be maybe even happen on purpose. So that's probably a good spot to work from there. So I'm going to move it. I'm going to start up here at the top now, but now I've completely changed the angle. So I'm looking more inside the cup. I can still work with cast shadows a little bit. And another thing that you want to do for maybe not each object, but often, would be to add some lines that show the edges of your table. They don't have to be super perfectly accurate. It's going to help create a little bit of figure-ground relationship and kind of help flesh out the drawing. Another trick I can try is to draw an object and let it become another object. So we've got this silver cup here in the middle. I'm going to kind of draw it with one line. And then it hits that apple. I'm just going to let it bleed right into it. Almost as if I'm seeing parts of each object right through the other object. Now, yet another trick that we're going to do, we'll do right here. We're going to draw this apple now from another angle, but I'm going to focus on one point and keep that specific. So I'm going to try to make the stem basically in the same place. And again, I'm going to draw it right over top of what I've already drawn. And even though that apple's there, I'm going to go ahead and put that cast shadow right over top of it. And I'm going to draw my table again, but kind of just making this up. Just going to draw it as though it's from a different angle again. I'm going to help shape your view and make you think that you're looking at it from these different angles that we're going for. So we've really done the 4 different tricks. I've got one more object that I want to draw, so I can kind of work with any of the tricks or whatever I've done so far. The main thing about cubism is that you're trying to see the same thing from multiple angles, so we definitely want to move this at some point. I'm going to focus on a couple of details and then I'll move it. Look at that from a much different angle. And kind of pick up here where I left off. And I went ahead and moved it a 3rd time. to get another corner of the table in there, and maybe the back of the table up there somewhere. And I would think for quick little sketchbook assignment, that would be enough to call that complete. Of course, you could go back and add more color, or really continue to work it so that it becomes more of a finished, completed project. But that should be sufficient there. So now something I'm going to do is go back in with this brown and darken some lines and some shadows just to add a little more variation. So I hope this video has helped you understand Cubism and learn some tricks and techniques to drawing in the style of Cubism. Also, hopefully, if you had any fear of abstraction, maybe this will help you get over that a little bit. So I'll see you next time.